It was supposed to be a regular school bus ride, but something felt off. Alex noticed the new driver making strange turns, glancing nervously in the rear-view mirror, and speeding down roads they never took before. His heart started to race. Something was seriously wrong. But as the bus veered into a secluded area, Alex knew this wasn't just a detour. It was something far more dangerous. What happened next would leave everyone stunned and would change the course of the day in a way no one could have imagined. But, hey, before we dive into the story, do yourself a favor and pause the video right now. Go hit that like button, and let's see if we can make this video reach 1,000 likes. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to your favorite story channel. Also, make sure to ring the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest and weirdest stories. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming your way. Now, sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we take you on an unforgettable ride. Don't forget to engage with us in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Without further ado, let's dive right in. On what seemed like a regular school morning, Alex Thompson boarded his usual bus, not giving much thought to the substitute driver behind the wheel. He and his classmates chatted, lost in their usual routines, unaware that the day would soon take a dangerous turn. It wasn't until the bus took an unexpected detour that Alex began to feel something was wrong. At first, it was subtle. A wrong turn here, a quick glance in the rear-view mirror there. But Alex's gut told him that something wasn't right. As the bus veered off its usual route, his growing unease turned into a heart-pounding certainty that he and his friends were in danger. Alex exchanged a nervous look with his best friend Sam, who was sitting a few seats ahead. Sam caught on quickly, his face turning pale as he noticed the bus was speeding up, heading further away from their school. "Something's wrong," Alex whispered to himself. He discreetly pulled out his phone and typed a quick message to Sam. "Stay calm. We need to figure this out." The bus continued down an unfamiliar, desolate road, and Alex realized they were heading into a secluded area with no familiar landmarks in sight. Panic began to spread among the students as they, too, noticed the erratic driving. The substitute driver's robotic movements and cold, detached expression only heightened their fear. Alex knew they couldn't sit back and let the situation spiral out of control. He had to act, and fast. With adrenaline coursing through his veins, Alex began to quietly gather a few trusted classmates, forming a small group. They needed a plan, and they needed it quickly. "We can't let him take us any further," Alex said firmly. Sam nodded in agreement, his eyes wide with determination. As the bus bounced along a bumpy, unpaved road, Alex could feel the tension in the air. The driver seemed completely unaware of the growing panic behind him. His gaze locked on the road ahead. Alex stood up suddenly, his voice sharp and commanding. "Stop the bus!" he shouted, his heart racing. The driver ignored him, but Alex wasn't giving up. He lunged forward, his hands gripping the back of the driver's seat as he shouted again, "Stop the bus now!" In a split-second decision, Sam jumped into action, grabbing the steering wheel and yanking it to the side. The bus swerved violently, sending students flying from their seats. Chaos erupted as the kids screamed, some trying to hold on to their seats, others helping Sam keep the bus under control. In the confusion, Alex managed to grab the driver's arm, pulling him away from the wheel and forcing him to stop the bus. The vehicle screeched to a halt, dust kicking up around them as the students scrambled to escape. Alex led the charge, helping his classmates off the bus and into the open air. Tears streamed down some of their faces, while others stood in shock, unsure of what had just happened. Police and emergency vehicles arrived within minutes, alerted by the frantic calls from students who had managed to get cell service. Officers quickly took control of the situation, pulling the substitute driver from the bus and detaining him. As they searched the bus for clues, Alex recounted the entire ordeal, his voice steady but shaken. He described the driver's strange behavior, the wrong turns, and the suspicious phone call he had overheard. One of the detectives pulled Alex aside, asking him to go over every detail. "Did you notice anything else unusual?" the detective asked, jotting down notes as Alex spoke. Alex mentioned the driver's eerie, almost mechanical movements and the constant glances in the mirror. It was as if the driver was following a script, carrying out orders with precision. The detective's expression grew more serious as he listened, and Alex could sense that there was more to this story than he initially realized. Officers began digging into the driver's background, pulling phone records and examining his call logs. What they found sent a chill down Alex's spine. The driver had been making calls to an unknown number throughout the ride and before it. Further investigation revealed that the substitute driver wasn't who he claimed to be. He had been using an alias, concealing his true identity. The detectives pieced together that the man was connected to a larger, more sinister plot. As they cross-referenced his alias with international databases, they discovered links to a terrorist organization that had been under surveillance for months. The news hit Alex like a ton of bricks. He and his friends had unknowingly thwarted a potential attack. The driver had been part of a plan to target their school, and Alex's quick thinking had saved dozens of lives. The gravity of the situation was overwhelming, but Alex felt a strange mix of relief and fear. He had always imagined being brave in the face of danger, but he never thought he'd face something like this. As the investigation unfolded, the community began to grasp the magnitude of what had been averted. Local news outlets picked up the story, and soon Alex's name was on everyone's lips. He was hailed as a hero, but the attention felt surreal. Neighbors stopped by to congratulate him. Teachers praised him in front of his classmates, and the local media couldn't get enough of the story. Cameras flashed, reporters asked questions, and Alex found himself in the spotlight, something he had never expected. Despite the praise, Alex struggled to process the events of that day. At night, he lay in bed replaying the moment when he decided to confront the driver. What if he hadn't acted? What if they hadn't stopped the bus in time? The what-ifs haunted him, but he also knew that his actions had made a difference. He had saved lives. The authorities continued to investigate the substitute driver's background, uncovering more details about the terrorist plot. Plans and maps of the school were found in the driver's residence, along with detailed notes about the bus routes and schedules. It was clear that this had been a meticulously planned operation, and Alex's intervention had stopped it in its tracks. A few weeks later, the school held a special assembly in honor of Alex and his friends. The principal praised their courage, and the auditorium erupted in applause as they were presented with certificates of bravery. Standing on the stage, Alex felt a surge of pride, but also a deep sense of responsibility. The weight of what had happened and what could have happened would stay with him for a long time. The community came together to show their appreciation, holding a ceremony in the town square to celebrate the young heroes. Alex received an award from local authorities, solidifying his status as a hero in his hometown. But despite all the recognition, Alex remained humble. He knew that his actions that day were driven by instinct, not a desire for fame or glory. As life slowly returned to normal, Alex and his friends grew closer, bonded by their shared experience. They often talked about the day on the bus, finding comfort in knowing they had each other's backs. The ordeal had left them with an unbreakable connection, and they knew that no matter what, they would always be there for one another. The story of Alex Thompson's bravery spread far and wide, but for Alex, it was never about the headlines. It was about doing the right thing when it mattered most, acting fast, staying calm, and saving lives. And for that, he would always be a hero.